Hello and welcome to my Zenless Zone 0 Shiyu 7 guide and showcase for the cycle of June 7th. I'll be looking at the cycle buffs and leaving my recommendations and impressions, as well as showing you 3 different ways that I beat it. I don't have YiXuan yet, so this might also be a way to show you that the content's not impossible to beat without her. As always, if you want to skip straight to the showcase, timestamps are in the description. So Season 2 just dropped, and with it came a bunch of new content and mechanics. Notably, there are Miasma Ethereals, which you will get to fight right on the first half. Going straight into the pillar buffs, we have an increase of max HP and Ether and Ice damage. Furthermore, when an agent uses their ultimate or comes into the field with quick assists, they get a buff in sheer damage and crit damage. In terms of enemies we'll be facing, like in the previous Shiyu defense, there's a hidden need for defensive assists, as Avarice exposes a weak point and Tepes loses her armor after successive parries. As for recommended agents, it comes as no surprise that YiXuan is the big star of this cycle, as she is the one who can take full advantage of all the buffs by dealing what is essentially either damage, scaling off of HP, crit damage, and sheer damage. But if you're like me and don't have her, it's a perfect time to bring out the new and upgraded Ellen. ZhuYuan is a good general option on account of both halves being weak to either, but do bear in mind that she has evasive assists where she dodges rather than parries, so make sure that her 2 other teammates parry. If you're wanting to go the anomaly route, Vivian is your best bet, as like ZhuYuan, she can take advantage of the either weakness on both halves. For supports, Astra comes as the best pick, as she can easily enable the crit damage buff through her quick assist mechanic. And finally, just like in the last cycle, Caesar comes as a great agent to bring along, as she's the best at defensive assists, though bear in mind that her shield does not stop Miasma corruption in the first half. For the first showcase, I will be bringing something more of a non-field ZhuYuan team with Trigger and Nicole, and a totalized team with Hugo, Lycaon and Lighter for the second half. I was caught by surprise by the new Ethereal, so I figured I'd just use a strong support and stunner to try and brute force, and I think it worked nicely. I am already familiar with Tepes' mechanics, and Totalize worked fine 2 weeks ago, so I guess it's another Hugo showcase. All characters are using free-to-play friendly builds except for Trigger, who has her signature. This was my first time against this guy, so I didn't really know what I was doing and just tried to DPS as much as possible. Essentially, I used Trigger and Nicole's quick assists to keep up time on the crit damage buff for ZhuYuan and to keep her stocked in bullets while she DPSs on field. When the Avarice pauses and lifts up a little bit, that's the telegraph for its spinning attack, which you want to parry 3 times to weaken it. Notice how I carefully parry only with Trigger and Nicole, because if I try and do it with ZhuYuan, she will dodge and this sequence will end.
You asked for it. Gotta run.
No restrictions. Fire as well. An opening.
Lots of you.
Keep up the assault.
At about 1/3 of HP, Avarice will enter its Miasma field state, where it will become immune to stun and receive less damage. Fortunately, this state can be purified by dealing damage to it, and ultimates, dodge counters, and defensive assists have a boost in purification, so it's probably smart to hold on to an ultimate or 2 for a quick purification. Once purified, the Ethereal take a burst of damage in days.
An opening. Got the cover. Stay where you are.
The pleasure's all yours.
Taking the shot.
Move it.
Damn, it's recovering. Adjusting for wind.
Get away.
Surrounded! Seize the opportunity. Taking the shot. My bullets are one with the wind. Supporting position. An opening.
This fight is the same as 2 weeks ago. Your priority should be to break Tepis' arms with constant defensive assists, then just play the Totalize mechanic straight. Frequent stuns into Totalize. One neat tech that you can make use of is that when you start the days with Lycaon and switch to Hugo, while queuing up Hugo's X skill, quickly swap to Lighter and use his skill. If done correctly, this should make it so that Lycaon can enter the field via chain attack before the Totalize procs.
I'm unstoppable! I'll eliminate any obstacle!
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
Yes, master. Begun!
I shall balance the scales of the night.
Here to serve. I'll fight your throwdown.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
Yes.
Let the party begin.
Be gone. I pledge my honor. Here to serve.
Why not embrace this battle? Prepare to kneel before me. The end is nigh.
For the second showcase, I tried more of an anomaly approach on the first half by bringing a DOT Fire Bloom comp with Vivian, Burnice, and Caesar, and the traditional Ellen Mono Ice team with Ellen, Lycaon, and Soukaku for the second half. All in all, the DOT team is a semi-high investment team, as Burnice has her signature and Caesar is using the Battle Pass engine, though I'm going to switch it for the new event one when I have the chance. Ellen's team is untouched since the very first patch of the game, with the highest investment being in her signature. I selected Lycaon's signature in the free anniversary reward, so I will also be switching to that once I have the chance. I pretty much turned my brain off when using this team, as all I needed to care about was having each character's resources up, that being Vivian's flowers, Burnice's fuel, and Caesar's shield. The character you want to have on field here is Burnice, as she is the most energy hungry of the three. Even though she can't proc her own burn marks, Vivian's poison can, so, in a way, Vivian is proccing Burnice's mark from off-field.
frustrating, okay? Keep going! Back for more! Don't get burned!
Caesar's ultimate states that it deals more days against shielded opponents, so I have a hunch that it's better for purifying, but I still have to test it out to confirm. As per usual, the priority is to break Tepes' arms to remove its stays and damage resistance, and after that, the fight carries on as normal. Ellen's changes were a breath of fresh air to an already great character. They strike the balance between comfort and skill expression by adding automatic parries and dodges, and also more ways to swap tech. Notably, you can switch characters during the new swipe attack, and it's enabled when Ellen comes in through quick assists, which means that Soukaku parry leads to this tech. The Ellen changes also opened up her teams by allowing Lighter to give her full benefits, but I wanted to stick to the traditional team to show that it's still viable.
Out of the way.
I'll eliminate any obstacle.
Around and stop! Thanks for your business.
Finally, for the third and last showcase, I brought Soldier 11 with Lighter and Astra for the first half, and the Miyabi team with Yanagi and Nicole for the second half. The first team is as free to play as it can get, with Soldier using her signature, but you could very much get away with Starlight Engine just fine. Miyabi's team, however, is a bit more high investment as she's using her signature. There's nothing too distinguishing in terms of strategy in this fight, aside from the fact that Astra's quick assists directly enable Lighter to come on field, starting from his 5th attack chain. Aside from that, make sure to save up Lighter's ultimate for the miasma phase of the boss to purify it faster.
Target confirmed.
Gotcha now!
Reporting fire. Open fire. Heads up. Warning. Counter.
I'm unstoppable!
Just strike.
There it is!
Counter. Get out of my way.
Let our soul resonate.
We're just getting started.
Fire's ready. Flames, obey me!
Gotcha now!
It's over! Counter! This feels right.
I pledge my honor!
Reporting fire. Prepare to burn!
True to her name, Miyabi can easily brute force Tepes if you manage her stacks adequately. Thankfully, Yanagi makes this super easy. Nicole's there to reduce Tepes' defense even further, but any general buffer will do just fine. that's it for Season 2's first Shiyu cycle. As always, the summary tables with the clear times are shown. What did you think of Season 2 so far? Did you find this Shiyu a bit harder to clear? Do leave your opinion in the comments. I hope to be able to bring YiXuan in the next showcase, but only the fates know right now. If you thought I was helpful, do leave a like. As always, thank you for watching and see you next week.